Eye pokes. Once again, we have been victims of eye pokes. In the last pay-per-view, even though the card was pretty underwhelming and kind of uneventful, I was genuinely excited for the main event, confident it would save the night. It was a fight a lot of people had been waiting for, and what the heavyweight division desperately needed. But barely into the first round, right after a really promising start, Cyril Gane decided to go full tsunami and went straight for both of Tom's eyes, ending the fight in a disappointing no contest. A lot of people online started saying that Aspinall took the easy way out, that he wanted to quit after Gane started finding success against his aggressive high-volume style. But honestly, that doesn't make any sense to me. The fight wasn't even 5 minutes in, and we're talking about the current champ here. You really think he wouldn't make any adjustments over the next 4 rounds? That's crazy. Still, Gane looked sharp, same old style but a bit more polished. His jab was landing clean, and he caused visible damage on Tom's nose. He even stopped Tom's one takedown attempt. But Tom wasn't doing bad either. He might have looked more beat up, but he was landing heavy leg kicks, and those would have added up big time as the fight went on. Slowing Gane down like that would have completely changed the fight. But I guess we'll never know, because once again, we witnessed one of the worst things about this sport, eye pokes. And I really think that the way the UFC handles them is way too soft. I get that they're not always intentional, but fighters know when their hands are open and their fingers are extended. If it were up to me, the punishment should be way harsher. 1 warning max, then a point deduction, even if the poke doesn't land that bad, just for extending the fingers towards the opponent. That's the only way fighters will start taking it seriously. Recently, Herb Dean actually talked about this on the Believe You Me podcast. He mentioned that there's already a rule that says you can't extend your fingers towards someone's face. But the problem is, they haven't been enforcing it. Usually, a point deduction only happens after damage has already been done. Herb said they're planning to start taking action before the damage happens, which honestly sounds like a step in the right direction. The UFC went straight to fix this by changing the gloves, but honestly I think this isn't just about equipment. Herb even said it himself. Some fighters never poke anyone in the eyes. He literally brought up Sean Strickland as an example of how to fight responsibly, which is kinda hilarious considering it's Sean we're talking about. But he's right. It's not just an accident. Some guys keep their hands open on purpose, or just they don't adjust their style, I guess. So if the refs actually start enforcing this rule early, maybe even taking points for extended fingers, we might see fighters finally change how they frame and measure distance. And that could actually change the rhythm of a lot of fights. That could be interesting. And that could be a good thing. Fights might even get a little more chaotic, a little less touch and go, and more exchanges, more finishes, and maybe fewer no contests ruining cards. So what happens next? If I had to guess, we're probably heading towards a few test runs. Refs being told to call fouls faster, maybe even stricter commissions in certain states. And knowing the UFC, they will probably wait for another big eye poke disaster before they finally pull the trigger. Still, if they actually start calling out extended fingers early, before the poke even happens, that could change a lot. Fighters might finally start closing their hands, tighten up their defense, and we could see way cleaner exchanges. That'd be a win for everyone. Safer fights, better action, and fewer no contest killing entire cards. So what do you guys think? Should the refs start taking points right away for extended fingers? Or is that too harsh for something that is part of the game? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one. Peace out.